Hey everybody, this is T with Miss G, and today I'm actually at a hotel, but I still wanted to do my T talk here, and T stands for trauma, empowerment, and action. Of course, we don't want to spend too much time on trauma and move on to empowerment and action. But I had a couple of thoughts, both around kind of feeling loneliness or feeling ostracized. So today I was actually walking by a venue that we're having a conference at. I was outside. I saw a colleague I hadn't seen in a long time, and he kind of walked by me. I said, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" And he kind of looked at me and then kept walking. He's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I sort of was like, "Oh, I hope I didn't do something at some point to um, make him not want to really stop and say hello." And so I did kind of stew about that a little bit, as I'm wont to do. And then I saw him later at a cocktail party, and I said, "Hey, you seem to be in a hurry today." And he's like, "Oh my goodness, I just literally basically put his contacts in. His eyes were burning. There was a story to it." Um, and I felt a lot better for me, bad for him, but because I had felt like maybe he didn't really like me anymore. And I know that sounds silly, I'm a grown person, but it also just goes to show that sometimes these things get into our head and they're not really real, which is tough at times. So that is one thing. Then the other thing I wanted to just talk about is we hear a lot about how loneliness is not good for us, and it can lead to mental health issues like depression and anxiety. And I spend a lot of time alone, and sometimes I feel very lonely. But I've also kind of thought of a different way of looking at it, and it's leveraging loneliness, because when I'm alone, I can get some of the things that maybe I don't have time to do normally done. So whether that's like working on a book that I'm writing, or making videos, or cleaning out a closet. I know that sounds like really boring, but those are all things that will make me feel better. And when I'm alone and feeling lonely, then I, can keep myself occupied and feel like I'm accomplishing something. So instead of really thinking, "Oh, I'm lonely and sad," and kind of getting into that downward spiral, I'm starting to really think about leveraging loneliness. And it's something I've really done my whole life, since I was a little girl and I would be kind of alone in the afternoon or at night. I would find a project to do, and I felt like more comforted and safe then. So, something that I'm doing in my adult life as well, and maybe you can try it too. So, for now, I am going to sign off, and I'm going to give you a cheers from my non China cup, but it's still full of caring and compassion for you. So, take care, and until we have tea, this is love from Miss G to you.